In this video, we'll start off by adding pictures. So if you go to the Insert tab, and you can do screenshots, pictures from your computer, let's try online pictures. And I'm going to type summer in here. And we're going to pick one and insert. Now, PowerPoint has come up with some design ideas that would go along with this, but I'm not going to use that right now. So I'm going to click the close. And this picture takes up the entire page. So I'd like you to pick a picture and add it to your PowerPoint page. And I'd like you to resize it. I'm going to resize this by going to the edge where there is a circle, and by holding down the left key and dragging toward the center, I can make it smaller. So I'd like you to resize the picture that you've chosen. And now I'd like you to go anywhere in there. You can see the arrows in 4 different directions. Hold down your left key and drag it to the center. Now you notice that while it is selected, the Format menu is open, and I can do several things with it. I can create different backgrounds with it, and basically have fun with all kinds of choices. So I'm going to Control Z and get back to the original. After you've put the first one in, I would like you to put a second photo in. This time I'm going to go to the Insert tab and choose a picture from my computer. And it gave me some more design ideas. But I'm not going to choose any of those right now. Now I have 2 pictures here. I'm going to enlarge this one and kind of put it in front of the other one. But suppose I wanted to reverse it. I wanted to stack pictures. What I can do is select this picture and send backwards. And you can see now the other one moved in front of it. So I'd like you to do that. I'd like you to move one in front of the other and just reverse it. And what I want you to do next is use a text box. So we'll come to the Insert tab, and right over here where it says Text Box, I'd like you to select it. And once you've selected it, you can see it looks like an upside down cross, a little black cross. That means it's active. Hold down your left key and drag a box. Now I'm going to add the words vacation views. Now once you have that box, you've got all these circles, and you can select one of those and drag them in. And I'm going to change these 2 because I want the picture of the house in front. So I'm going to go back to Format and bring forward. So now it is forward. And I'm going to take the vacation views. If you go to the edge, you'll see the arrows in 4 different directions. Once you see that, hold down the left key and drag it. Now, as you can see, it kind of is hard to read with the background, so we want to change it so it has a white background. You can see that it's black text. So we'll click on Format, and where it says Shape Fill, you want to click the down arrow and click white. And we can give it an outline. Let's give it orange. So now I have these 3. I'm going to drag it over here a little bit more and drag this over there. Let's insert another picture. Okay, now I have 3 pictures in here. I want this vacation one to be on top. So if you have 3 and you have a text box, get the vacation views to be on top. So we'll move it over here and go to Format and Bring Forward. And then just drag it over there. Now let's suppose I want to select all 3 pictures and make some changes to it. I can start with this picture right here, hold down the Control key, select this one and this one. So all 3 pictures are selected. And then going to, if you look over here in Select on the Home ribbon and click the down arrow, you can select all or select objects or the selection pane, and that's kind of important. For example, I've selected picture 9, 7, and 5. The subtitle and title are not selected, and the text box is not selected because I'm going to create a kind of an image offset of these. If I wanted to, by the way, hide one of these pictures, I could click on it. And that's another good editing tool. You might just want to hide one, but you think you might use it later, or you might change your mind, or it's a group decision. You can choose to see what it looks like if it's hidden. Now I'm going to unhide these. And now let's select these 3 again. I'm going to select it, hold down the Control key, and all 3 are selected. Now I'm going to come up here where it says Format and select this. And let's take some picture styles. Let's try some picture effects. Reflection's kind of fun. So I'm going to select that one. And I almost think it's a little bit harder to see, but you can see they're all moving as a group now because I've got all 3 of them selected. I'm going to close this and unselect it. But what I did to one, I did to all 3. And actually in this case, I think it makes it too busy, so I'm going to undo what I just did, and that's Control Z, and that will take it back. But it's good to know that you can click the Select button, Selection pane, and these 3 are selected. And if I wanted to, I could select the text box and make changes to that. Suppose I just wanted to make changes to the text box. I can click on Format, try Shape Effects, Shadow, and it's so small you might not be able to see the change, but there is a small change in it. So go ahead and play around with all of these, the text box, the pictures, selecting them, and then going to Format and changing aspects of these pictures. Now if you want to copy, you can do it in the standard way of Control C for copy, Control P for paste. You can also select something and hold down the Control key and drag away, and now you have another one. Let's click Design Ideas. We want to close that. If I were to hold this one down, hold down the Control key and drag again. Hold down the Control key and drag again. So we can see these pictures are taken over. Hold down, you see the arrows in 4 different directions. Hold down the Control key and make another copy. Okay, let's go to let's make a new page on here. We'll go to Home, and we want to go to New Slide. Now let's go to Blank. We'll go back to this page. Select one of these and come up to the clipboard area, and we want to click Copy. So we'll click on that and go to the second page, put here, and click Paste. And move right in. Okay, let's add one more picture to this. So we'll go back to the first page. I'm going to move these out of the way. Take this picture right here, Control C for copy, go to the other page, and click on it, Control V. And I'm going to put this one in front. But you can see if these two move independently, it would be better if this text box and the picture moved as one unit. So that's what I'll show you to do next. So to arrange it, we need to select the background picture, and we need to select where it says Vacation Views. Put that wherever you want it. It's selected. Hold down the Control key and select the picture. So both of them are selected. Now we'll go to Format and the Arrange section. And right here, where it looks like there's two squares that overlap, we want to click the down arrow for that, and where it says Group, that's what you want to do, is group it. So now, when I drag it, they travel together. And actually what I want you to do is, we're going to practice that with this one too. I want you to go to the Insert tab, click on Text Box, make another text, call this one South Padre, and while it's selected, we're going to go to Format, and we want to give it a white background. Or you can give it a slightly different background if you want, whatever color you want. I'll try gray. And now I'm going to drag it so it's on top of this picture. And now if I want to couple these two together, because as you know, I can drag this away and they're not together. So we want to make them together. So what you do is you select the outside picture and hold down the Control key and then select where it says South Padre. We'll come to here where it says Format, and right there you can group objects together. We'll click the down arrow, group is our only choice, and it's grouped. So now they are together. Okay, at this time I'd like you to select a new slide, and in particular I want you to select the slide that says To Content. So select this slide, and now we have two content areas. Right up here where it says click to add a title, I want you to type Vacation Destinations. Now there's several things you can do to change this, and I'd like you to just review all of these things. If you come up here and select this button, which is AV, and click the down arrow, you can see that I can go from very tight, tight, normal, loose, very loose, and I can choose more spacing. So go ahead and choose more spacing. So we've got this spacing set to normal. Click the down arrow and choose expanded. And now it's got 1 point here. Let's just change that to 20. So now we have expanded spacing and 20 points. And we'll click OK. And you can see how it's spread out. And that's all done right here with this button. And basically it's telling you how much space in between letters there should be. So let's click on that again, and let's just say I want normal. We'll go back to normal. Now it's on the left side, very common to have things on the left side, but let's say I want it in the center. I can select this right here, and this is alignment, aligning things under the paragraph category. I could put it on the right side, but I want it in the middle. And I want the font larger. So right up here you see this large A, and if I click on it, it will get larger. And if I want to change the color of the font, I can click this down arrow and I'll take dark blue. And right here is the bold symbol, so I think I want it in bold. I could have it italics and underlined if I wanted to, but I think I'll just leave it at bold. And I'll put it back on the left side. Vacation destinations. So go ahead and try out all the alignment features, different colors, different spacing between the letters, and bold, italics, and underline. Now right here where it says click to add text, let's add Costa Rica. And then Hawaii. And then Florida. Now here are some destinations, but let's say Hawaii is sold out. We still want it listed as that's something we normally offer, but it is sold out at this time. So what we'll do is we'll select it, and right here where it's got ABC with a line through, this is the strike through tool. So we'll click on it, and it shows that it's still, that it was offered, but it is currently not offered. That is the ABC with a line through it, the strike through feature. And of course I can select all of these, change the font, change the size, and change the distance between the letters. Now let's come over to this block right here. Let's say we decided we don't want to use it. So go to the edge, and when you see the arrows in 4 different directions, hold down the key and click delete. And we've gotten rid of it. Now let's come back to this one and let's drag this across. So find one of the circles, hold down your left key and drag it across. And we can add a lot more information in here. I'm going to Control Z and go back and just show you how that is again. Go to the edge of this container, and when you see the arrows in 4 different directions, hold down the left key and click delete. And now on this one, we want to drag this box, find one of the circles and drag to the right. And we've just made that box larger. The next topic is to add a text box. So let's go to the Insert tab and go to Text Box and look for the upside down cross. Hold down your left key and we're going to make a text box. And let's type specials this month. Okay. And we want to make it bigger, so let's select it. If you tap on it 3 times, it will select everything in a paragraph. That's a common Microsoft thing. Okay, so now that we've got it, let's make it bigger. So right over here, we want to increase the font size. We want to change the color. Let's make it red. And let's size the box so that it goes around here better. Specials this month, and click on Format. Okay, so once we have specials this month, we come to Format. We can also click this down arrow and maybe pick one of these other colors. And let's just say we want to go with Word Art Styles. So let's select it again and choose one of these styles. And I'm going to select that one. And then we can drag it around wherever we want it to be. If you decide you don't want work styles, you can come down here where it says clear word art, and that will return it to what it was before. I'm going to Control Z and bring it back because I like it. The other thing is when you select format, you can change the fill shape and the outline color. I'm sorry, I meant the fill color and the outline color. Now let's add another page on here. Let's go to new slide, let's go to blank, and let's add some text. Now suppose we want to change the margins. The easy way to change the margins on here is to grab a hold of one of the circles on the end and drag it in or pull it out. Very easy way to change the margins on something. Now suppose you want something to be vertical instead of horizontal. So let's insert a text box and type the word special. And in this case, we want to do this alignment right here. This is a text alignment. We can have it go ABC with A at the bottom and C at the top, or stacked. I'm going to do stacked, but the stacking won't appear until I drag the box down, as you can see. And I can drag it in. And that's another option that you have. Another option is if you don't like this particular font, you can go to the Replace tool, which is right here, and select Replace Fonts. Let's go right up here, and we're going to replace the font. So let's click on Replace, and where it says Replace Fonts, it says this is the font. And it suggests this, but we can click the down arrow and replace it with all these others. Let's type Arial Black, replace, and you can see how that changed. So that's one more option. You have the find if you want to look for something, replace, select. Of course, the selection pane is always handy. If you want to make changes, you can always just hide something and bring it back just by clicking on this. So those are some of the basic features and some of the things that you can work with.